silence is fire. When no one shout out 60-second joke.
Nah, what up, cousins and cousins? I'm your favorite cousin from an RC you ain't even know you had. I'm 34 and a half, and I'm here to give you today's. Today is May 8th, 2019. It's a Wednesday. That means it's JSA's number 582019. Today's G code is the number 7. The root word for the number 7 is God, Allah, Jah, whatever your higher power may be to you. Something bigger than us, greater than us, I should say. Go to our trusty calculator. Plus 8 is 13, plus 2 will be 15, plus 1 will be 6, plus 9 will give us the number 25. And from that, we will, plus 5, which will get us the number of 7, which is God. Like I said, Jah, Allah, or that. And today, for our words, for some of our words of encouragement, we're going to look to the homeboy, the aunt, cuz, Killer Mike's Management, the owner of a new label, No Face, No Case. Check those guys out with that shirt tune they got going. That's really great. We're going to look at him. And first, we're going to look at the Honorable Louis Farrakhan. And the quote I used from one of his interviews to represent what God could mean and not mean.
Of Hermes with wings on. And wings in the scripture, it says, behold, I send my messenger from before my face. He will prepare the way before me, and in his wings there is healing. I saw that picture of my brother Hermes with wings, and I saw him soaring above the hood. Some saw him and said, where he going? Is he ever going to come back? And sometimes when you can fly above the circumstances of your life, it produces envy and enmity and jealousy among those who have not yet learned how to fly. But Hermes was more than a hip-hop artist. He was a voice. He was a brilliant mind. And the Spirit of God was in his life. And so as I was coming here today, riding in the car, I thought of the swallows that fly from Capistrano, and they always come back. And I thought of the numbers that fly away. These swallows, small bird, but the face, the wings, and the back of that bird, the color is blue. And on the head is red. And the breast is a combination of cinnamon. And I said to myself, coming here, God, what sign are you showing me in the life of my brother? I never knew him like you know him, but I know him because he comes from God to make a statement in this world that will live into the next world. That swallow flies 600 miles a day as it leaves Capistrano in California. But in that journey of 6,000 miles to Goya, Argentina. It flies in October from America, and it spends the winter in Argentina where it is summer. And then in the spring, it flies back to Capistrano. Our brother never left the hood. He loved the rolling 60s. I thank Nipsey Russell. I said it right. Russell, who loved Nipsey, did something in the last game, 20-20-20. And he said, this is for you, Nipsey. Now let's look at 20-20-20. It's 60. In the book of Revelations, bear with me 5 more minutes. In the book of Revelations, it says, here's wisdom. Count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, 600, which is 60, and 6. But the beast mark is the mark of a man, that a man came up out of living the life of a beast. And I'm saying this to my hip-hop community, to my young brothers and sisters. You live like the mark of the beast is in your forehead and in your hands. For it is so easy for us to murder one another, to kill one another, to disrespect one another, to disrespect our women. But out of that 60, there was a man. A man rose above the mark of the beast and the mind of a beast and became a man, a giant, a spiritual man. I hope that we will never dishonor the name of Ermias Asghedon, Nipsey Hussle, and go back to that life. I pray that as he loved the red like he loved the blue, Elijah Muhammad, my teacher, in closing, taught me and us that there's a blue and a red star that is seen in the universe once every 50,000 years. And when that blue and that red star is seen, it is a signal and a sign of universal change. So when Brother Nipsey put on the red and the blue, he walked among the blue with a heart for the red and all the colors in between, because his life was for the unity of the red and the blue, the unity of the hood. So when we celebrate Nipsey, we must celebrate unity. And if we, in the name of Nipsey, in the name of Ermias Asghedon, decide today at this memorial for him, at this homegoing for him, his homegoing will be a life call for us to get up from where we are and be a new man and a new woman and take the mark of the beast out of our hands and out of our head, and take on knowledge that we may fly like he flew, above the condition of the hood and above the condition of the world. I close with this verse from the Quran. Speak not of those who die or are slain in the way of God as dead. They are alive, but you understand not. His body is dead, but the mind of Hermes Asgadon and the spirit of Nipsey is alive, like a star in the universe that comes out of a black hole, and a star dies, but the light of that star, traveling 196,000 miles a second, is still coming from space to reach us, even though the star that produced that light is dead. The physical life of the brother is gone, but the spiritual life of Nipsey Russell, Nipsey Hussle, Hermes Asgadon lives on and on and on and up and up and up, and we will fly away with him to a brighter tomorrow. Assalamu alaikum.
That was the Honorable Louis Farrakhan, and he was talking about what God mean to him. I think that part of divinity that no one can deny is absolutes that are said by the person, things like that. Things that are absolutely true. No one is going to be absolutely right, completely during their whole life. That's a Emmanuel type, Jesus type life you will be living. So while I don't agree with every statement in the history of statements that Elijah Muhammad made or Louis Farrakhan made, I can't deny that absolute divinity, which is the ability beyond anything to say things that connect with large generations of people, on a massive level. Even though I know the type of ideologies that they practice are more American stylized, based upon some also American things that have been attached, it is definitely still a great version of what, can be achieved and not be achieved. Like I said yesterday when talking about the Honorable Louis Farrakhan, if you just watch his interviews or what he says, I think that he will say stuff that, based on where you stand, you might not be in complete agreements with, or want to co-sign that, which you shouldn't always have to do with anybody. But I think that, like I said before, we live in an imperfect world with imperfect people, where there are definitely a lot of things that I myself said that I don't co-sign now at this point, which is one of the funniest things we do to people. I think that part of being God is exhibiting a lifestyle. When you really do study religions, a lot of religions are not really, their force is based upon attraction. It's not really about the idea of, I have to come kill you. It's the idea that I'm living so good over here, the person I'm praying to, the things that are happening to me, the lifestyle that I live over here, based upon those rules that have been given to me from this divine being, are things that are making it to where my life is so good that you can't help but want to get involved. You're begging me to get involved. You're asking me, hey, who can I talk to? What do I have to do? What's the rules? You asking me the rules, because you want some of this. What I have. You know what I mean? You want some of it. So I feel like there's definitely a misdirection. You know, I don't think that religion is a completely good or completely bad thing, but I think that's, again, one of the things you got to think about when you think about things that are on this planet, because there's so many different things that are tied in with everything and mixed in with everything, where people are, good and bad things, obviously, like everything else, and their mixture into something that could be sometimes not even bad at all, their involvement and or their interpretations of it. Damn, this nigga just, everything I do, he's muffin. Their interpretations of what something is or what something isn't, or what something mean or doesn't mean, it can definitely create a lot of division amongst people. To the point where people do kill each other and hurt each other based on these things, and then it just creates more questions of why would somebody who, if there was a specific person of God, why would that person, not why would the person want things like this to happen in their name? Like, why would they want that? Like, I wouldn't want people murdered and killed in my name. That to me would, be, that would be blasphemy. Like, if I could make a rule of what I would think blasphemous would be, if I could make it, even though I know what it means, if I was God, I'd be telling people, hey, it's blasphemous killing somebody in my name. Just kill people in your own name or your own theories. Or pick one of your human people that was cool with y'all that y'all really like, and then kill them for that. I'm sure that God is way more happy when people are killing people over folk and Crip and blood than he is about his shit. Like, the idea of, well, this is for me. I didn't ask for that. I finally got a point, right? I know that. So I would say that I'm gonna also right now, I'm gonna take some time to put in a quote from one of my mentors that touched me yesterday. They had posted on the Instagram. This is, like I said, this was the section where I said I was gonna put in a quote from Higher Bear Loke. So we're gonna get that in here, and I would in the video for that. So please don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe. You know what I mean? Share it. Share the video. If you're not even going to share the video with somebody else, share your information with me. What do you think about God and the idea that God is not killed, God is used to kill so many people at all times? Is like, what do you think about that? What is that weird? Is it normal now? Are we desensitized? Is it ways should there definitely be some type of centralized rebellion against it within the various religions? Do we know of it already existing in some, So if you know any of that type of stuff, just hit me in the comment and let me know, because I don't know everything, and tell me places where I'm going to look into it myself probably now that I'm saying these things. But I definitely just want to, I believe in do collective dialogue is how we can achieve our greatest level of, greatness. So that's why I created this channel. That's why I opened up this dialogue. This is our 60th GSA, so this is a special one, especially with, the channel being based on the 60 Sec Joke channel, me being, part of the Rolling 60 set. That's just is a definitely a great thing for us as a channel. I want to say congratulations to everyone supported this channel, from my babe Reese to Oh God to Megan the Don Della News to Mr. Aim to Please to Tone X to Nuff Said, Julio Hennessy, Cousin Clyde, Anybody who's been featured on the channel, like I did Young Nigga music video, Holla the Dawn, the people who fought at Walmart, thank those people, I guess, because that's the biggest video I have on my channel, which is crazy. Like out of all the stuff, out of all the things I have on my channel, that's the most, like, the video that blew up the most. But either way, I'm just happy to just be doing this YouTube thing. It's really a dream of mine. Hope I'm here to do it for a very long time and really just keep creating great content for you guys. With that being said, like I said, I'm going to close this section out with Higher Bear Loc. I'm going to probably have to do my little thing in the middle of this, but either way, I want y'all to know, if it ain't hood, then it ain't hood. And as far as I'm concerned, y'all all know, love thy neighbor, hood.
In order to get strong, I realize you have to identify where you're weak at. Spiritually, mentally, and physically, you have to identify where you're weak at. A lot of times, most times for you niggas, your weakness comes from your thoughts, the way you think, your overreactions to situations, your anger, your reacting off of emotions, your fear. That's weak. The way that you utilize your firearms, not for protection, but to display how angry and how hurt you are, because you're weak. Not that you are weak because you're angry and hurt. You're weak because of the way you react from your anger and hurt. You're weak. Identify your weakness. It starts in the mind. It starts in the way you think. Change the way you think, buster ass nigga.